Okay.
Yeah, that's my bad. I was live. I was live on like YouTube. I've never done it before, so I was like figuring it out, and I lost track.
Right, right.
Before I knew it, I'm like, it's 9 o'clock.
That's good though. That's good. Trying to hold grow your social media, which is good. Did you have a YouTube channel before? Or no?
Yeah, I've had one for years, man, but I switched it to like talking about business and then back to real estate. So there's probably only like 1,500, 1,400 people on there.
Hey man, it's better than me. I have zero and I do not have a channel.
You got zero, dog?
I have not started a channel. Maybe I need to start a channel. So it's not like it's only that's quite a bit of subscribers, man. I mean, just for like 1,500, just that's 1,500 people like following you and listening to you. So it's an accomplishment, man. Don't think
It's
I deserve it.
it's dysmorphia, bro. It's dysmorphia. Like I when I think about like you might do it too. Like when I think about real estate success, I'm like yeah I do good, but I know people who's doing like 5 times what I'm doing. So I look
Yeah,
at that, but you still got to say like no, what you're doing is still awesome
yeah,
compared to
man.
everybody else. You know what I mean? You can't. Oh,
Yeah,
Bill Gates is here, man, and everyone's down. Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah. No, no, no. It's just but everybody has that. It's easier to look at somebody else's life, right? And the grass will always be greener somewhere else. It will always, forever. You might be like at a point that you're like Pace Morby or something, and there's still somebody that the grass is always greener, like Grant Cardone or somebody else, right? And Grant Cardone looks on somebody else. So you just got to focus on you, man, and don't take your little compliment or successes for granted. It's always, yeah,
It's one of the things that I hate so much about like it's one of the things I would like wish I could eradicate from my mind is whenever I start doing comparison, bro. It's like the worst thing ever for anybody to ever do ever. It's so stupid.
yeah. Oh yeah, the comparison is that I read it one time, right? I heard it, right? I think I read it in a book one time. It's just the killer of all dreams when you start comparing yourself to others. And I see myself, I'm like, oh man, he's 24 years old and he's doing way more than me in real estate. And but hey, he got caught at the right time, right? He started that when he was 19, or another friend that's 26 and he's doing really good, but he started when he was 20. I just started last year, so I can't compare myself to them. They just got sucked into a different into real estate sooner. So
Who
yeah.
do I know this person that you're talking about?
No, well, like Trevor, for instance. Trevor from Buyer Beater. Trevor, the guy that
He
does
just
donations.
he's not.
No, he's done it for like 7 years, I think. But he's doing
Yeah.
a
Oh, you're
lot.
not talking about the 19-year-old. I thought you were talking about the 19-year-old
Um,
specifically because I'm like, I know you might be talking about the same dude I'm talking about.
maybe, man, maybe. Who are you talking about, or who are you thinking about?
Camerati from Florida. Do you know him?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Camerati, what's his first name? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't know. I can't think of his first name, but he comes to wealthy. The kid's like 20 years old. He
Yeah,
just bought like a McLaren, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Flipping houses in Florida, making 100K a pop, 50 to 100K a pop.
yeah, man. And it's just,
Camerati. You don't know him? He's in the group.
is he?
He
Huh.
might be in this one. Donovan Camerati.
Donovan. Dude, that sounds so freaking familiar. I'm gonna look him up right now.
Look him up on
But
IG.
yeah, see, like,
I got a picture with him.
yeah, you see, like, just like that, man. So,
But yeah, you're right. Like I have no idea their backgrounds at all. What like if I went to go into your background, bro, to see where you're at, it's probably amazing.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I did, like I said, I did start a business and sold a business, but
Yeah, I haven't done that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's good. Like I said, each of us have our own path, and we look uh at your current situation, and you, like I said, you are doing something right, and you have had some success before in the past, but nobody looks at that. You're just looking at the present. So, but anyways, I was gonna tell you I got one almost under contract on Zillow. I'm finding it back and forth, and the real estate agent then got back to me. I I gave him the whole pitch idea of I work with other partners. I may change a different LLC because I work with different partners. And here's the thing that kind of got me. She's like, well, when you talk to your different partners, why don't we if we do change the assignment, why don't we sit down with your partners and kind of go from there? Um,
Sit down.
so anyways, now I'm like, I'll just
Okay.
talk to them and I'll just put it in a different LLC. Well, I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm like, well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, if you don't want to sell the property, that's totally fine. Like I said, I do work with different people. I do work with different partners, and sometimes at the end, I just change it on an LLC. And she's like, "Well, what's your partner's name?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." I didn't tell her that, but I'm like, "I'm not sure yet." Like I told you, I work with
Yeah.
this property. I work with this. I work with this. I partner up with this contractor. I don't know. And then she's like, are you gonna shop it around? Like, listen, if this is not gonna work, it doesn't work. Like, don't worry about it. So, anyways, I was just wondering how do you overcome that, I guess, because I tried that pitch that you told me, and anyways, they didn't
Yeah.
really seem to like it.
Yeah. I hope I'm in the right frame of mind right now. I'm really super annoyed by a deal, but I want you to ask me. That should be fine, bro. Ask me, like, ask me the just like her. Let me see what I come up with off rip right now.
Okay, so yeah, you're telling me that you're gonna ask for you're basically put in a cash offer at this
Yeah,
$100,000,
correct.
and you might partner up with somebody else, correct?
Yeah, sometimes I part. So I have multiple LLCs. I don't
Okay,
know which
okay.
LLC. I don't know which one I might put it in one of those. I might partner with one of my buddies. I'm Yeah, is there an issue with me partnering with doing it like that and partnering or switching my into one of my LLCs?
No, not that I know of, but
Okay.
definitely I've had
Sweet.
other people shop or like basically get under contract, and then they seem to be lying, and then they seem to be shopping it around and
Mm,
trying to assign a contract. So I'm not sure if you're trying to do the same thing.
gotcha. Okay, so you am I wholesaling the deal? You just don't want the deal wholesale, right?
Well, I
That
guess I
sounds
just
like
don't
that's
want
what
to
you're
put
worried
under
about.
I guess I just don't want to put it under contract, and then you go maybe shop it around, and then you end up backing out because you didn't find a partner or a buyer.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No, so I flip. I can send you a couple flips I've done recently here. I buy, so I don't have to worry about that. If I do, I'd be just talking to my buddies, right? Like that's really what it be, or I move it into one of my LLCs or something like that. But no, man, I'm ready to go if you are.
Okay, okay, yeah. Well, I think the seller would be okay, but I guess yeah. Just my concern is I'm looking out after my seller. I don't want to go back to him and get a price reduction if you're just trying to see test the waters. If
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to do.
No, so what we'll do is if it's okay with you guys, we'll go under contract. I have a
Okay,
due diligence period in there, right?
right.
So we'll get my contractors in there and just make sure the budget looks good. And like I said, I am going to show this to several of my, but I mean, there's like 10 guys I partner with in town and do deals with. I may
Okay.
partner with them. I don't know. I may not even show it to them at all. But if you want me to take assignment out of the contract, we can. Um, not a problem. Not a problem with me. But I'm not trying to do something weird here, right? But yeah, I'm ready to move forward with it. We can take the assignment out of the contract if you don't like it. We can take that out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I just don't I've had this in the past where people just come here, they lowball the seller, they put it under contract, and then sometimes they cannot find a buyer or a partner, and then they just end up backing out. And then we could have lost potential buyers in the 2 weeks or 3 weeks we were under contract.
100%.
So
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay, well, yeah. I guess let me present this offer to my seller. And that's
Yep.
what he told me. So I got a little hesitant when they said, like, why do you have different LLCs or what do you do? But I guess you're
But
yeah,
I'm smart.
yeah.
Are
I don't know,
you
but
do you not understand? I mean, I tried to politely like, ma'am, like,
she
do
was
you
just
hold rental
asking,
properties or anything like that? You need multiple LLCs for different entities.
yeah. And I just basically told him that I always partnered with other people and stuff like that. And I heard a lot of pushback, but she was going to present the offer to the seller just verbally. So then I don't know if I should have done like
Yeah.
something more like formal and got her like a written
Tell
offer.
them, just tell them what they want to hear, bro. I'm not going to waste your time. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
she's worried about you're going to waste her time and waste the seller's time. If you really think that price that you got the contract under is solid, you got a solid chance of selling it to an investor or closing on it, you're legit, bro. I'm sure your offer ain't high if you're trying to
Yeah.
wholesale it. Like, if you're wasting her time, you're saying some number that you can't do. Going to be very difficult for you to perform on. But if you're like, these numbers make sense, I should be able to move this deal no problem. I, in
Yeah.
good faith, would be like, yeah, I'd buy it, or one of my buddies, I might partner with them, because that's literally what you're going to do. Partner with one
Right.
of your buddies, even if you wholesale it, you're still partnering. You're not lying.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, you may not be the
Bro,
first say
I'll tell
buyer,
you
but
right now, Ivan. I'll tell you right now, bro. It's 100% confidence, dude. Like, I've had so many agents say the same thing, and like, you just got to be ultra confident in the fact that like you're able to close the deal, and just be like, hey, look,
yep,
if the assignment thing's like a big deal, we can take it out of there. But like at the end of the day, if I make an offer, I'm 100% serious about the offer, and when I make offers, I close on my offers, right? Like that's it. And like if you're that confident, okay, cool, I'll go present it to myself. Like she probably felt that from you that you weren't
yeah,
110% confident. But if you are that confident, like that's how I get them to end up pushing it anyway. And like worst comes to worst, I'll take assignment out of there. But I think that's the main thing is just you got to sound like so freaking confident that when you make an offer, you close on your offers, that you're serious about that and it means a lot to you and your name and reputation mean a lot to you. If you do that, bro, they'll fucking
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And I think you are right. I did sound a little hesitant because I don't want
I
to.
know you did,
I
bro. For
guess I
sure
don't.
you sounded hesitant.
Yeah, I didn't want to like seem like I was lying. So when I'm talking with direct to sellers, I sound more confident, or I believe I'm more confident with the direct to seller, right? But with agents, I just like they throw me at so many things. They push back so much of the assignment that I'm like, well, I'm not gonna sign it, but then I start like stuttering, and yeah, that's probably where the confidence level or the
For
confidence comes
sure,
in,
dude.
right? It plays
It's
in.
just the confidence. And even
Yeah.
on the assignment thing, dude, like usually with agents, I'm still able to push it past them because I'm like, look, man, I say exactly what Ron said. I have multiple LLCs. I don't know which one I'm buying this with yet. It depends what I do with it. I might keep it. I might flip it. I might end up doing something else. I got to get in there and do my due diligence first to see if this works. I don't want to waste your time though or mine if we're not even close on numbers, right?
that,
Like that's really where
Right.
you attack it, and it's just
yep,
hey, like I want the ability to assign it. If it's really a deal breaker for you that I have the word assignment in there, I can remove it, but you're causing me a lot of pain already. And we're not even like sure that the offer works. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you really my man on
Right.
this one word, like, okay, you know? And then it's like, cool, when I do need to ask for something, like I got a little leverage in my pocket. I did something for you, you know? But
Yeah.
I think it's that, bro. It's like you said everything right. It's how you say it, right? That's gonna be the key.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that's it, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Ron.
sound ultra
Yeah.
confident.
Ron. Yeah, Ron sounded so confident. You sound so confident. I think is you're like, and so is there a problem? Like it seems so like cold, but it's just confident. I'm like, oh
It's
yeah,
just
like I should have
confidence,
just said
bro.
that. Yeah,
100%, bro. If you say that, it's
yeah,
just like, what can they say? It's like, dude, I closed
no,
on my offer. Are you worried I'm not going to close? Yeah, I am worried you're not going to close. Well, look, my reputation means a lot to me. When I make an offer, like I'm calling you right now, building a relationship so I can see if we can make this deal work. It's not all good, but I'm serious about what I do. And, when I make an offer, I can close on it. I just got to see if it works for you guys, right? And like, if you come across that level of confidence, bro, it's just going to
yeah,
go fucking take the offer and at least show it to the seller and see what
yeah.
that's all. You just need the
Okay,
confidence.
okay, cool. And then one other thing, Ron, I wanted to say, and maybe I think Broham was an or is an agent, right? I've been calling this agent for a long time on this distressed property, and she does not answer. Like four
Yep.
months ago, and it's still on market, and she does not
Welcome,
answer.
welcome
At
to the
what
show.
point, yeah, at what point do I go to the brokerage and talk to like another agent there and try to go around her,
Ooh,
or
I'll
Is
let
maybe
it a
even
Ron
go
local?
get that
directly
one.
to the seller. I don't know.
Is it a local listing in Vegas?
No, this is in Idaho. I don't
Okay,
even remember.
cool.
This is in Idaho. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Okay.
and I called her. I just talked to her once, like 4 months ago, and the freaking property is still on the market. And I call her and call her and call her, and no answer. I send her a message, no
You call her
answer.
from the same number?
Yeah, I call her from my cell phone, and I mean it's on Zillow. It says right there, it gives her cell phone, and she just
Yeah,
does
yeah, yeah.
not answer. I
Yeah,
don't know
you
what
need to
that.
call from different numbers. One, that's like number one for sure, right? So like, I'll use my cell phone. If someone's ignoring me from my cell phone, I'll use my Google Voice. If they ignore me from my Google Voice, I'll use my sideline. If they ignore my sideline, I'll use my freaking like dialer to call them. You know what I mean? Like I'll call them from different phone numbers so that way she's not like associating my phone number with whatever. Now there's like an agent here in Vegas who's exactly like what you described, and I hate her. Her name is Kathy Griffin. She sucks. She doesn't respond to anyone. She only lists like REOs, short sales, which would be like perfect for wholesalers, but she doesn't respond to anybody. Have you
There's
tried
a few of
emailing and
those out
texting?
here.
Yeah. Have you tried emailing and texting?
I did try texting her. She does not have her email like on her brokerage. I believe she does, but I haven't tried emailing her. But texting
Okay.
her, and I'm like, hey, I'm calling on this listing, and then I don't know at what point do I go to the brokerage,
If
like
you've
another
reached
agent.
out more than like 3 to 5 times consistently over like a 72-hour span, that's when it's okay to reach out to the broker. But again, you got to be like careful because now you're like really fucking playing with fire in terms of like building your relationship with this agent. So with the broker, I would just reach out and kind of make it more of a concern and be like, hey, I just wanted to reach out and like see if this agent's okay. I've reached out to her like 17 times and I've only ever talked to her like once. And I'm really interested in a listing she has, but she just does not seem to get a response back to me. I, show them examples of like screenshots, screen recording of like you reaching out and stuff. And then I just want to make sure, is she okay? Question mark. I'm like, that's it. That's all you send to the broker. And the broker's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, is she okay? I don't know. Let me go reach out and see what's going on. And then he'll get on her and be like, hey, why the fuck aren't you reaching out back to this dude? And then they'll go back and forth a little bit. And then after a day, if you still don't hear back from her, now I'm really worried, man. I haven't heard anything from her. It's already been 24 hours since I reached out from you. Seriously, something wrong? Question mark, question mark, right? Like, that's kind of my approach because then it's more of like a concern versus like,
uh,
hey, your agent's a piece of shit not responding to me. Like, you know what I mean?
right.
Like with
Yeah.
the broker, that's exactly what you want to do. It's just like, bro, are they okay? I'm worried. Are they sick? Are they hurt? Does your mom know where they're at? Like, are they in jail? Like, ring with the broker and then just let the broker get on them to follow up with you. And then, you'll get like one shot again to talk to that agent to make sure you make it count.
Okay, awesome, man. That sounds so good, man. That sounds so good.
Cool. Hope that
I
helps.
Oh, that helps all the time, man. I'm gonna go kill it tomorrow with this agent. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
text her broker tomorrow. Might just text her right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It sounds like you've been texting for months. So yeah, I would text him tonight and just be like, hey, screen recording of like the last 17 messages I sent the freaking lady via text or whatever, or all the calls she missed. Is your agent okay? Dot, 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 dot. Like, I'm really worried about her. I haven't heard back from her. Dot, dot, dot. I'm super interested in a listing she has. Just leave it at that, right? Like, broker's like, holy shit, my agent sucks. She's got a buyer who's fucking blasting her about a listing that could have closed already that hasn't sold. Like, what? And like,
This
that's all
ugly ass home that hasn't
you want.
sold.
Exactly. Like, we got a buyer now. Like, just want the broker to just get on the agent to be like, don't fucking respond to this dude, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So yeah, do that. See how that.
Oh, I will do that, man. I will do that, Roham. Yep.
So Ivan, I got a question, man.
Yeah.
So who's representing you? Like, since you're going to an agent, who's your representative?
No, when they asked me if I'm representing myself, if I have a listing, I mean, if agent that's representing me, I tell them I don't. That they can actually represent me, and they can actually do like the dual agency. But
Yeah,
no, I just tell.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. If you offer to do dual agency, so then they're more motivated to get that, up to 6%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And on every agent that I call, so I go on the list on Zillow, and any property that's listed, I call directly the agent. And because I tried that route one time when I had a friend, a buddy of mine, that was just sending out offers, and I burned the crap out of him. He was tired of sending offers for me just every day after day. So then I just go directly to the agent, establish that report, and I tell like, hey, I'm not getting represented. If you want to represent me, that's totally fine. And yeah, I offer that all the time if they want to represent me.
Yeah,
I
was curious, like, especially with the lawsuit that the National Realtors Association had to settle. I'm curious, like, Ron, what are your thoughts on like how agents now have to do the commission stuff, and like how that lawsuit has changed the Realtors Association? Just because I don't fully understand it, since
that's a great question. Now I'll tell you the general side and then like my personal thoughts, because there's like the facts and then there's like what I truly believe, and everyone's beliefs are a little different. No one has a crystal ball when it comes to real estate, but the facts, start with that. So the facts are this, right? One, commissions have changed. The commission structure for how agents are paid is slightly different now. And essentially what was happening before was like, I just had a listing. Crazy. I had to fire this client. I've never had to fire a client before for a listing too. It's crazy. But normally, like when I go to a listing presentation, I meet with the seller to talk about selling their home. Before, I was negotiating a commission that I would split with the buyer's agent, right? So I'm saying, hey, I charge 6%. Why do I charge 6%? Because here's what I do in terms of the value in selling your home. And obviously, we're going to have a buyer's agent. Most buyers don't have enough money to pay for their own down payment, let alone pay their agent too. And to make sure you're getting the top offers and the best offers you can, I want to make sure you have people represented with really good real estate agents. So for them, I'm going to split the commission with them, right? And so if I charge 6%, I, as the listing agent, was able to decide how that split worked, right? I could take 4 and give the buyer's agent 2. I could take 3, give the buyer's agent 3. Whatever, I could take 5 and give the buyer's agent 1. Now, is that an ethical thing to do? Probably not. But again, it's my decision. It's my commission that I was choosing to split with the buyer's agent, right? That I pre-negotiated. Now, we are no longer able to. So when I met with this seller recently for the last listing, since the laws have taken effect, and I was only able to negotiate my commission. But I did mention to her that, hey, I'm only charging you for me my 3%, because that's what I charge for my services. If it's a retail client that I don't have a friends and family discount that I give, or an investor client that gets, further discounts if they do a lot of business with me, I charge 3%. And so I told her that's what I charge. But in terms of the buyers who are going to make offers on your property, they're going to have an agent, and they're going to ask me, are you open to paying a buyer's agent commission? Now, I'm not going to go pre-negotiate it for them that it's 6%, I'm taking 3 and giving the other one 3. But I'm just telling the seller, hey, here's what you're paying me, my 3%. That's what I charge for me listing your property. And then B, are you open to paying a buyer's agent? Because if you're not, I probably won't work. And I'll tell her why. Reason why is because, again, most buyers don't have enough money to pay for their down payment, let alone pay their agent too. And if you bought your house, you didn't pay your buyer's agent to buy this house, right? More than likely, the seller paid your buyer's agent so that he could represent you to the best of his ability and help you get this home for as low as possible, right? Now, I want your home to have as many buyers as possible. And if a buyer calls us and says, hey, is your seller open to paying a commission? And I tell them no. Now that agent might have to go to their best friend in 20 years and tell them, hey man, if you really want to see this house and buy this house, seller's not willing to pay me a commission. So for me to represent you on it, you'd have to pay your down payment and pay me on top of it. Are you sure you still want to see this house? Dude, if my best friend is 20 years, like, hey, I want my best friend to be my agent. I trust him like more than anything. I just genuinely can't pay him. I'm gonna be like, no, dude, like, let's go find another house where the seller is willing to pay. Now we're limiting the buyer, how many home buyers are in your home. You want to limit how many buyers are going to be able to your home and make an offer on it? No, of course not. So you would be open to paying a buyer's commission. Yes. Okay, great. But how much would they charge? I don't know. We'd have to just let them know that you're open to paying a buyer's commission and to include it in their offer. Some agents may reach out and ask for 2%. Some agents may reach out and ask for 3%. At the end of the day, what matters the most, Mr. Seller, is how much I can net you to your pocket. And we're going to look at every offer. We're going to look at all the commissions that the agents propose with those offers and figure out which one's going to net you the most money. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay.
So, because I guess now, from my understanding is, I guess that commission on who pays what is kind of disclosed up front, because it used to be assumed that the seller was paying both sides of the commission.
Correct. On the MLS, I could go and see exactly what they were offering as the buyer's agent commission for that listing. Now it's no longer not allowed to put an amount that was predetermined. So now, if I have a seller or a buyer who's really interested in a listing, I have to make sure I tell them up front, hey, we have to go see houses and either A, be clear that you're paying me my commission, or B, if you can't pay me my commission, then we're only seeing houses that the seller is willing to pay my commission. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So how do we go about that then? I guess if we want to do a on market sale, like what's the best way of approaching a listing agent then with that?
If it's an on market sale,
yeah,
that you're not represented, and so it's up to the agent. You can charge the seller another 3% commission for being your agent, or are they cool with actually doing their job and helping the seller net the most amount of money possible? And now they don't have to pay a buyer's commission, the seller, right? And so you could just represent both sides for the 3%, right? If anything, I think it gives us more ammunition to go as investors, go to these listing agents and say, hey, you're really trying to help your seller net as much money as possible? Great. Why don't you just represent me? And that way there's no buyer's commission and they get to save that and net that instead, right? Like that's kind of more my approach personally versus having the agent then represent me, then go back to the seller and say, hey, you're going to pay me another 3% to represent this. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So now how I'm structuring it is more so, hey, Mr. Agent, if I make this offer, you represent me, well, we get to save your seller more money, and he doesn't have to come out of pocket to pay a buyer's agent because you're just representing both sides, and he's already paying you 3%. Are you cool with representing me, and now your seller gets net more money? Yes? Okay, great. So instead of the agent getting a higher commission, it's just, hey, we're going to help your seller net more by you representing. Does that make sense? And again, if you have an agent who wants to ask them for a commission too, let them, like, cool. You think the seller is going to be willing to pay you your commission for representing me and you want to get an extra 3% out of it? Cool. It's up to you, agent, how you think we can get the deal locked up. For me, at the end of the day, here's the number I want. If you want to ask for a commission on top of it, that's up to you, bro. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. One, for us in the wholesale world, it's really not affecting much for us. It's really affecting the resale market and the retail market.
Yeah.
That answer your question, Juan?
Yeah. I was just trying to really get my head around that, I guess, with, how we can approach to do dual agency, but now the rules and stuff have changed ever since that. lawsuit.
And so really now it's going to depend a little bit more on the agent that you're working with. And it's like, look, that agent a little more money motivated or a little more like duty motivated, right? Are they looking to help their seller net the most amount of money possible? Or are they just trying to close another sale and make a higher commission? If they are, hey man, you think your seller would be willing to pay you a commission for representing me? Great. Go ask for as much as you want. Just make sure I can get the property for this price, right?
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
Yep. And if not, hey man, all good. You get to set your seller more money, and that's a win-win for everyone. Still, you get a buyer to come close on your transaction, and the seller gets to net more money in his pocket. Either way, it's a win. Just what makes more sense for you? Would you like to represent us for a commission, or represent us and just give the list of commission?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Really, the ball's
then,
in your court now if they want to charge you as your buyer's agent. You know, so you're just asking them, do you want to go charge the seller more for a commission? It's up to you.
Right. And also, Roham and Ron, as a flipper, if you are going to list a property with an agent, the best thing to do is just offer a commission so they, to a buyer's agent, right? Just so the
100%.
property can move quicker
100%.
and they can, yep.
Yeah, we build in that when we make our flip numbers, we build in a commission when we make our offer. We're not stupid. We know we're gonna pay our buyers. Nothing changes for us, man.
What do you guys think? And this is what I was gonna ask you. So I have a novation, my first novation under contract.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm gonna put probably about 10 into it. There's gonna be like a 30K spread there. Okay. I've listened to Ryan's I'm working with Trevor from Buyer Beater, and he tells me, to don't pay a real estate agent a flat fee to list list a property. That's not a way to go. Just list them. Don't try to negotiate. Just try to give them a commission, right? So they can be more motivated to sell the property. And then in Ryan's novation training course, he says just play somebody a flat fee so they can just throw it on the market. Correct. So then I don't know which way to go. Do I try to find the agent, don't negotiate the commission so they can be more motivated and really work hard, I guess? Or just play somebody a flat fee, like to just list it on the market?
I'll say about two pieces. I didn't think Rohan. I don't know how much of an agent you are, but agents are valuable. I'm not gonna lie. However, in a market that's hot, you got a hot market. I think you're in Boise. If you put a nice house, you fix it up, do it nice, you shouldn't have a problem selling the property. I'm confident. Like I got told when I started flipping, it's actually a guy me and Ryan know called Jesse Sy. He told me, him and Ryan both say, do not pay a 3% to an agent. Your house is gonna sell like crazy. Just go get a 1%. Now, if the market changed, I'll probably pay an agent if I need an agent to help me sell the property. Because if they're just gonna list it and get 10 offers and go here's your 10 offers, like it was back from 2016 till the crash of 22, I don't need to pay a 1% agent. They're just gonna say, here's your offers. But
they're doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how your market is, but if it's hot, you can pay the 1%. You can probably get away with it. If you're having problems and you actually need a salesman, like you actually need a realtor to be a salesman, then let them earn the 3% and sell your property.
Okay. And Roham, what do you think, I guess, on that?
I mean, like, they're both right in different ways, right? Like, Trevor is like a true agent. He was an agent for a long time and like really does see value there. And I agree with him on that side, especially if you haven't done a ton of deals, right? Like it's nice to have an agent that you're able to pay a higher commission and like really build a relationship with. That's exciting to work with you. But shit, bro, agents are desperate right now. Like I know a ton of agents are like, fucking dude, I'll pay.
He's messed up, right, for you guys?
Yeah, he's messing up. I think he's cutting out.
A hard market for the last couple months, so it was doing like a a lower commission, right? So my signal sucks.
Horrible.
Can you guys hear me better? I turned my video off.
You must be on
Oh,
the
yeah,
215.
Yeah, I think Roham, you start cutting out. Yeah, he
Say it again.
muted himself.
Yeah, repeat that, the whole thing.
On the, I guess, when you started cutting out when you said Trevor, he was an agent and stuff like that, and then you started cutting out.
Okay, I turned my video off. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, Trevor was an agent.
It'll be a tough one.
And like advice is right. I think Ryan's advice is right. It's really, I know plenty of agents who are desperate and hungry and willing to like are really good and deserve a higher commission.
Okay.
I'm almost home. Give me a few minutes and I'll just jump on when I'm back up.
Okay. Yeah, we
Okay.
can't hear you,
Cool.
buddy. What do I think he said?
I don't know. But basically, I guess it's just depending on the market. So here in my area, this one, I'm marketing Boise a lot, but this is in my backyard, in my small town where there's just like 40,000 people all together. It's really small market, but the average days on market for like nice homes like that, it's like 45 days, average days on market. So
hot market.
Yeah, the most I see like a property set on market is like 60 days in that area where I pull comps is like 60 days. So then I don't even know if I need to go pay an agent like their full commission or just go find somebody to list it for me at 1% and offer up, but offer obviously the buyer's agent what, a 2.5?
Oh yeah, bro. Here, my agent, I'll give you the link. Looks like her rates came down a little bit. She's charging $599.
Really?
And she was pretty good. She's pretty good. So if you look at Flat Free Pros, Laurie Davidge is my agent that sells my houses.
Mm-hmm.
And I see here a little link that says $599. I think I paid her more. I think like that's like the bit for her to just throw it on MLS or something. You could use Congress. So this one's another one. When I do wholesale deals and list them on there, I use Congress Realty. This dude is sick. They're getting cheaper and cheaper. Look at that. So Congress Realty, I think he might be in your area. I don't know. You have to see. He'll do it for like $100, like a few $100, and all the phone calls come to you.
I actually have because I actually know. ¿Qué pasó? No pasa nada. I actually have a agent that I know that he just charges 1% to just list it on the market, and anybody that calls him, he says that anybody that calls him, he'll give me my cell phone number, and I can deal with it.
Well, that's the thing though, because 1% is a lot more than $500.
Yeah. So
what's your exit?
What was that?
What's your ARV?
My ARV is 245.
Yeah, so imagine $2,400 for him to send you the phone number when this dude to do it for $500 or $300 or $200 or something like that.
Okay.
Now, you got to schedule the stuff. You know what I mean? So what I have is like a TC. There's TC companies that will charge you like $400 or whatever it is to like make sure the paperwork's part. You don't do any of that. Or that realtor, how much for you to do? Does this come with you doing the paperwork? Because it comes with mine. She does all the paperwork. I just don't think she'll go over and like show it or something. I don't know exactly what it is. But do what you want. I don't think the 1% is bad. But if I'm paying you 1%, I'm gonna need you to take those phone calls and negotiate,
Right.
or
Okay.
else I could just pay one of these flat free people $800 or whatever.
Right.
I'm paying you triple than that, bro. So I need you to take care of that part because I don't want you probably don't want to do that part of it. Just
No, no, no.
make them
I just want
negotiate,
to
make them.
I just want to list it on the market, and if I get like a offer at 240, bam, 238. I'm like the lowest I'll come down is like 237, and I'll still make a good amount. So just being conservative. If I get an offer, boom, I'll take it right away. So I just need somebody to list it on the market, take some professional pictures. What do you think about staging the properties?
It is entry level.
Yeah.
I don't stage my entry levels. If you do, maybe like a
Mhm.
living room,
Something
kitchen, living room,
minimal.
bedroom. But that's like that could be, thousands of dollars in staging if you keep leave it there for a few months. I've never staged a property, but I don't list luxury. If I was doing like, 500, 600K, I might think about doing something like that. But entry level, these people are like, I just make my house. They don't even care what the materials of the house. You know how it is. They just want
Yeah.
new paint, new
Yeah.
floor, new. It
Yep.
could be the cheapest material, the cheapest cabinets from Home Depot. It looks good. I'll take it.
Yep.
In a lot of
Yep.
ways, I'm like that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So
I grew up, we never had nothing new. Everything
yeah.
was used.
Yep. So yeah, and I just wanted to, like I said, it's a pretty quick innovation. The guy was almost ready. He was almost done. His wife got sick, and now it's just sat there. I just need to finish it. He already put the painted the exterior. I just need to
Oh,
put some
cool.
cabinets and finish the bathroom, and it should be ready to go. So
You
just some
you got to
minor
do
things.
cabinets and bathroom?
He does have the cabinets. He does
Oh,
have the cabinets. He
what's
took
up,
him
brother?
off. Yeah, he took him off to paint the kitchen, and I just need to put him back on and paint the cabinets and everything and change the knobs, to something more stylish and good. But yeah, it should be fairly good, fairly quick. I got some contractors in there. They should finish probably like in 2 weeks or maybe a week and a half. So
Yeah. Ooh, look, we got the best flipper in Stockton, California. Bench pressing 500 pounds, squatting 800. Anthony Nelson.
What's up, Ron?
You like the intro?
Intro's solid.
So with you, bro?
Not much, man. Trying to get this contract out for some buyers and getting this flip together. Got open house this weekend. Staying busy. Gonna be flying out to Vegas to set up my new midterm rental we picked up out there.
You got a pool?
It is a townhouse, so technically yes. It's a
Oh,
association.
community. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we're bro, Vegas is strict. They got a
Yeah.
6 month pretty much a 6 month. We have to rent it out for at least 6 months. Like we're anticipating three. We're like, okay, cool, we could do that. Still midterm rental it. They want us no less than 6 months. We can have a lease for. So we'll figure it out. But we're flying down in a couple weeks and gonna furnish it. Sub two deal.
Sub two. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Picked it up
Dude.
for 12,000 out the door. 4 bed, 3 bath, 2,200 square feet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does it need work?
What's that?
Did it need work?
Just clean up. It's 3 years. The house itself is only 3 years old.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So
was gonna say, I didn't see that deal come across my plate.
no, we didn't really send it out.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, we decided to take it down ourselves. So for 12,000 entry fee, I mean, at the end of the day, we're acquiring an asset that we're gonna shoot for midterm rental on it with insurance claims. So we've already run the numbers and everything, and we can pull about 75 to 8,500 a month for it.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. Insurance pays a lot, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. Just closed on our first flip out there too, condo on Vegas Valley Drive.
Oh.
Yeah. Right behind Sahara.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sahara. Yep. So staying busy, man.
It's good, brother. Hey, did you have any input at all about what Ivan was talking about flips and stuff,
For
and a flat fee agent versus paying a real agent 3%? I wanted to see what you thought about that.
So it's tough for me because I am an agent, so I list all my own flips. Um, I have paid flat fee before just to kind of get some separation sometimes, because sometimes it's a lot.
Yeah, I heard you don't want to, if you're a flipper, you don't want to list your own stuff for litigation stuff.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. So, one time this lady hit me up and was like, "Hey, you guys did shoddy work on the electrical, and I'm gonna
I
sue
remember that.
you." And yeah, I told you about that. Yeah. At the end of the day, bro, she just wanted a new stove, and so I paid her out, gave her a new stove, $1,000, whatever, and I had her sign pretty much a form stating like, "You will not contact me or hold myself, my broker, my contractors liable for anything moving forward." And so.
You got to sign the whole
Yeah.
house off.
Yes, right, bro. Yeah, essentially.
Yep,
But
that's smart.
on that flat fee, I just paid $1,000 flat fee, and had a friend of mine list it, and he took care of everything, the negotiations and writing up the accepting the offers and writing up all the paperwork and everything.
Do you think Ivan has a buddy that is charging him a point, which comes out to be 2,400, and he's sending the phone calls to Ivan to answer?
That's a lot.
Probably get him to do more than that. What would you, or use a one, what would you say for him for that?
At the end of the day, if you're charging you a point for your remodeled property, so if you're remodeling this property and it's ready to go, gonna be pretty much an easy sell. Like, um, if it depends on your relationship, to be honest with you. Like, if you know him, like a point's quite a bit. If it's like an agent that like you don't know and like you're like, I bought the house from you and I promised you I will come back and like resell it with you type deal, like those are different conversations. But just to have someone listed for you and then just send you, all the leads or whatever, points a bit. I would say $500 to $1,000, in my opinion.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And
Yeah.
then,
You turn it down, please.
yep. Okay.
Turn
Awesome.
that shit
Yeah,
down.
because we were having that discussion with Ron. If I believe the house is going to sell pretty quick, what do I do? Try to go find a flat fee agent, or go get a agent that's going to work and hard and pay them their full commission and pay obviously buyer's commission. That's not going to so they can go out there and sell the property quicker. So that's what
Yeah.
my little question was. And
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have a completely fair property and you're not going to need an agent to go and be a bulldog for you, that's gonna, try to get you the highest price. The house is going to get you the highest price as it is because you put the work into it at the end of the day. And I don't feel like you need to pay a full commission for that. Like I said, depending on your relationship, if you're, working with a new agent and they're bringing you deals and you promise you're going to go back and, oh, I'll relist it with you because this was your pocket listing, whatever. Like, yeah, you give them their commission. But like, if you're got a buddy or whatever that's just going to list it for you and going to send you all the leads anyways, and you have to work it yourself,
yeah,
500 to $1,000. Like they're just listing it, and at the end of the day, they're getting exposure on
yeah.
a completely remodeled property. that they could capture a buyer off of, or even a listing off of. So at the end
Okay,
of the day,
awesome.
we all got to work together and just figure
Yeah.
out, what works for you.
Yep. And yeah, because I had another agent, because I'm doing an ovation and I posted on social media that I'm doing an ovation, explain what it is, right? And everything. And I had another agent, several agents, and I had another agent reach out to me. It's like, hey man, I'll list it. And he gave the wholesale things like, hey, I'll charge you 5%. I'm gonna do this and this, and he's gonna split. He's like, if you want to stage it, I'll split the staging cost with you. I'll take the photos. Um, and obviously, 2.5 for me, 2.5 for the buyer's agent. But I'll make sure that everything goes well. I'll pay an inspection before we list it, so we make sure nothing's wrong. So he was saying all of these things I don't know if to justify his 5% or if it was actually everything that he's offering is good for this 5% that he's charging. 2.5 for him and 2.5 for the buyer's agent.
Yeah, and I mean, especially these days with the new lawsuit, and the commission and all that type of stuff going on. Like, us as agents, are people that are agents, like, they have to know what they're offering to justify 5%, 6%. Because at the end of the day, when we used to do this as agents before, we would just do all this, just do stuff, and half the time we couldn't even tell you what we did as agents. And that's probably why people felt like they were getting ripped off, because they're like, what do you actually do? And if you're not able to articulate what you do and tell, actually your buyer or your seller or whatever it may be, like, I'm able to do, I'm going to market your property. I'm going to walk your neighborhood. I'm going to, pay for staging, pay for professional pictures. I'm going to make sure title and escrow is clear by calling title and escrow company or looking up taxes, and all of the stuff that we do on a regular basis. Like, we just do it and we just think nothing of it. But no, we do a lot as agents. So if they're doing all this stuff for you, their commission is justified in whatever they're looking at, as long as they can actually articulate that to you. If they're just sending you like, hey, this lead came in, you handle it, like, the price has to justify what they're doing.
Right. Okay.
Dude,
Awesome.
Anthony,
Thanks.
you're a beast. That was a great answer.
What's up, Roham? Good to see you, man.
You too, man. It's been a long time. Hope you've been well.
Yeah, it's good. It's going well, man. It's going well.
Saw you partnered up with Ian. Are you guys working together?
We are. So started a new company with Ian, and it's been about 3 months now.
Going
Just
well?
finished our first flip together that I completed here in California. That's on the market as of today.
Nice.
Actually closing on a sub 2 deal we're doing together in Vegas, so I'll be flying out there to get that together. Also a flip that we're doing out there. So yeah, things are moving.
Awesome, bro. That's awesome. Stoked to hear things are going well, man. And you're doing deals out here too? Cool. If you guys need an agent, let me know.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I partnered with Ian as well, because
Oh yeah, he's licensed.
we're opening up Vegas market for me.
Perfect. Good call, dude. Yeah, great stuff. But yeah,
He's
the
doing
advice
stuff
you
I don't
gave,
like to do.
for sure. The advice you gave Ivan, man, it was like I couldn't have said it better myself. You see both sides as an agent and an investor, so like you get it. Like yeah. But yeah, whatever Anthony told you, Ivan, that's probably what I would have told you. So
Yeah. No, thank you, Rohan. Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah, no worries, man.
You partner with Ian from Home Hub?
Yep, that's my partner.
That freaking logo always gets me. I'm like, Ian, what the hell is that thing? The first time I ever
It looks
met him,
familiar.
like,
I can't put my finger on
yeah,
why.
like what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
what the
funny
hell? Did
because
that say Pornhub?
he told me
He's
he's
like,
been
no.
copyrighted a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, freaking Ian. He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah, he's bro, sometimes I'll try to match his energy. I'm like, bro, I can't, I'm done. I'm going to bed. Like, you wore me out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy
yeah,
that guy can sell. He can sell,
Yeah.
man.
good luck trying to match Ian's energy, bro.
I've told him, I'm like, I'm done trying, Ian. Like, dude, you're on your 5th energy drink. It's not even 10 a.m. I can't hang, bro.
can't hang. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I like Ian though; he's a good dude.
But yeah, no, I don't like doing all the, talking to agents and selling and all that. And Ian loves doing that. I love doing the flipping and the design and all of that. So, he's handling all the acquisitions. I handle all the dispo, the flipping, and it works well.
What does Jose do?
Hell yeah.
Jose is pretty much the CFO who's handling all the financials and operations, and he is also handling our midterm, short-term rental side.
Are you guys three even partners? 33 or?
Yeah. Ian does all the acquisitions and deals with the VAs and acquisitions team. And then I do all the project managing, the flipping, the dispoing, agent stuff on that end.
Ooh. We talk about partnerships real quick. You're
Hey,
bringing me back. Huh?
I was gonna say it's your show. Talk about whatever you want.
Well, you just reminded me of a time where I had 3 partners. And it was one of the most profitable times in the business in terms of like gross, but when we in our pockets, it wasn't. Like it was a very weird situation. And it always made me think about when I get into a partnership, because I've been one now, and it's working. Like it's working good. Because I take care of this part of the business and I'm left alone and to grow it. And she's in charge of this one and she's left alone to grow it. Like when I say live alone, like when I was in the triple one, there was one main dude who was like, almost like I'm the king and you're you're underneath me. Right?
Yeah.
And I like that. I like the even roles, and that worked out. That works out a lot better. If I don't love partnerships, to be honest with you, but I think if you do get a partnership, you need to be able to triple what your income potential is, not double. It needs to be exponential, because you make significantly less money when you partner with people.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, so now that we're doing it, and we all work well together because we all bring different. We're all different. We're all different. Like I've tried partnering last year with somebody, and we were kind of the same, and it just didn't work because we butted heads. And so since all 3 of us are different, so Jose, he's a beast with the techie stuff, anything computer, anything integrated. Like he handles that. Like that shit would take me 3 hours to do. And he's like, bro, I finished in 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't know how you did it, but cool. Ian is more operations and integration to where he has his system processes and procedures in place, down packed. I don't do that. When it comes to the fixing and flipping, it's I can fix and flip with just about the best of them. I'm still learning, some things, but I gotta get it done. And they don't fix and flip. They don't have the design. They don't have the eye of we'll take this wall down, we'll move this here, and this is gonna, increase our profits. So since we are all a little bit different in what we do, we don't butt heads. We stay in our lanes. And in terms of profitability wise, time will only tell how much revenue and profit we can bring into the company. And if something is not going to work out because we're not bringing enough in, we'll, have to address that, of course, then and there of what can we do and what are we not doing that's bringing in enough money so that we make this profitable. But at the end of the day, they're doing shit that I know I don't like doing. And so it makes my life that much easier where I can just call one of them I need to take care of this and it's handled. As to where before, where I was a solopreneur and I was doing pretty much everything myself. Plus, my 9 to 5 and all that other BS that,
Get him, Rohan. Get him. First interaction I heard between you and him was,
I remember.
Hey man, you quit your job yet? You still working that job?
With me and Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You don't work there anymore, do you?
I'm still there, bro.
Motherfucker. I'll get you out of there one day, bro. I'll get you out of there one day.
Yeah, we'll see. They're trying to promote me. So
Better be a damn good offer, man. 'Cause what I'm offering is gonna beat it.
but yeah, and then the whole partnership thing, it's crazy because I have so many people trying to partner with me now. Hell, Victor and Mark, they're trying to partner with us too. What's up, Victor?
What's up, bro? Mark is trying to partner with you guys. Hey, Mark keeps bringing it up to me like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to partner up. I was like, dude, like, worry about what we got going on here before you start partnering up with everybody, dude.
That's what I told him, bro. I'm like, aren't you trying to get your thing with Victor going? Like, you're like, I'm gonna partner with you. I'm like, that's cool, but like, you guys gotta get yours. And I know this from experience because I just did it. Like, you guys got to figure your shit out first before you start trying to bring in other people to your partnership.
Dude, that's what I try to tell him. So trust me. I told him like, look, dude, we're partnering up right now on some flips. That's really what we're doing and doing that side of things. I have my own on the wholesale side,
Yeah,
but he wants to get more involved. I told him, look, dude, let's take it a deal at a time. Let's go on the flips and we'll take it from there. We'll do the flip side. We're looking to stack up like at least 3 flips per month. So we're working on the system for that. But I told him, dude, let's start with that and then we can see if we jump into the other side,
yeah.
But yeah, no, I know. He tells me like, "Oh yeah, I just talked to Anthony." I'm like, "Dude, relax, hold on." That's
I
how they're
told
doing their
you.
thing over there, and you want to jump in there too?
And Anthony brings up a good point too, of just like, dude, it doesn't matter if you're getting 33%. You know what I mean? Like, as long as the pie is growing and it's growing exponentially, like, who cares if you're getting 33% of the pie? If the pie can now gross $3 million a year, like, cool. You know what I mean? Like, you're still getting what you want at the end of the day. Of like, I have $1 million profitable flip business by having 33% of a $3 million one, and I just get to do what I like to do versus having to go build a $3 million one and like have to do everything. So like,
Everything.
I think it's
Yeah.
hard to find the right partners and find the right balance of like people staying in the right lanes. You guys like not butting heads and being the same person and having the same skill sets. Like, it's almost a skill set to find a good partner. You know what I mean? That like is a good partner and a good fit and to make it work. But like when you do, man, it's just fucking magic. Like shit just happens so easily, and it's like cool. Everyone's moving in the same direction, and like you're handling what you're supposed to. They're handling what they're supposed to, and like things are just moving so much smoother. But man, it takes a couple like freaking bad partnerships to realize what a good one looks like. You know what I mean?
You've had some bad ones?
Uh, hasn't everyone on this call?
I don't know.
Dude, I gotta say
Have
I
you
don't
all?
because this is my first real partnership.
What's your
I
partnership
wouldn't.
like?
I wouldn't say my last one was bad. It was just kind of one-sided.
Yeah, exactly. Like not necessarily bad. It's just in different ways they can be one-sided in terms of
Like, what do you
work, in
mean?
terms of compensation, a few things. But I want to hear Anthony's story.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah, when you say one-sided in terms of the work, one-sided in terms of the compensation, what do you mean?
So it was just one of those situations to where you get into a partnership because you want to, lessen your workload, of course. And so if you get into a partnership and you're still doing the exact same thing you were doing before, but now you're making less money because you're splitting that, it doesn't make any sense. And so when you go into that, and that's kind of what my last partnership was, to where I was still doing everything that I was doing before. I was just making less money because now I'm splitting with a partner, but yet all of my tasks are still on my plate. So, I guess it just felt one-sided.
So what was the failure in that? Was it a failure to articulate who does what, or did the person was it articulated but they didn't perform, or what was it?
Um,
Or just
A
maybe
little bit of
not
both.
proper expectations set in the first place, and maybe.
it at the end of the day, if I'm thinking about it and I'm talking on it, like everything that I said I was gonna do, and I think it was more so like I was doing everything I was doing anyways, but yet the side of the business to that where I didn't want to do, which was the acquisitions and bringing in deals, just wasn't being fulfilled on that end. So it's like I'm not getting any deals on my end, and because to close and do the stuff I want to do, which in terms of project managing, fixing, flipping, and all that type of stuff, I'm not being able to do that because on the front end, which is the part that I gave up, now the deals aren't coming in, they're not flowing. And then so I go out and I find deals. I still go out, I still, raise money with my investors. I bring the money. Now I'm bringing the money, finding the deals, and, remodeling the property, exploring the property. But now I'm still just giving up 50% of the profits that I, pretty much did the whole deal myself because I got tired of waiting for my other half to bring in deals. And then they want to bring in deals that was maybe an old deal that finally came to fruition, but then they want to charge me because this was their deal before we became partners. But it was like, I just gave you 50% of the deal that I had to go out and find and fund and flip and sell because we're partners. And when I say we're partners, I mean we're partners. I'm not going to charge you a fee, but you want to charge me a fee for a deal that you're bringing to the table? Like, doesn't make any sense. One-sided.
Very much so, for sure. I mean, definitely sounds like you've learned from that. And
yeah.
For me, it was never like so much that bad, but like I've had partnerships where I was like, this was stupid. I usually cut it off before it even gets to a point of like it being totally one-sided or not. But I've gone through a couple, and not so much in terms of like deals, but like doing business partnerships and stuff like that. And I've always just found like the guy I'm working with now that I'm partnered with now on his business, it's like, dude, it was finding the right person first. Like that was 100% the key. Like now that I found the right guy, me and him, it's just so easy to work together. Like we just had a freaking banger of the last 30 days that we started working together, and like we just, the chemistry's there. We can tell the skill sets align. Like the things I'm getting done, I'm better at. The things he's getting done, he's better at. Like we don't even need to look at each other and tell each other what to do. We both just know, and like when you got that, that's how you know you got a fire partner.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, and even these, bad partnerships that you want to call them doesn't mean that they're bad people. Like, the people that I worked with before, they were great. I love them. Like, they're great people. It's just the partnerships just didn't work out.
Totally.
Yeah.
Bad partnerships doesn't mean bad person. You know what I mean? It does sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
If you could, if there was a way to properly vet the person that you're about to go in through, I think that would help out a lot. But we don't get the chance to you kind of just going off emotions and hypeness and vibe and feeling versus let me see your resume, let me see what you've done, let me see how many did. You know what I mean?
But like Vic's doing a really good job too of like, hey, let's date before we get married, right? Like,
100%.
let's go do a flip or two together and see how those go, and then if those go well and we think we work well together, great. Like really, I think that's probably part of the key is like, let's probably don't do a good enough job like hiring, right? And it's like, we've got to interview people more and give them like an applicable skills test to assess if they're actually good at their job or not. And it's kind of the same with the partnership. It's like, bro, we probably didn't interview them enough, and we probably didn't like really test how well we would work together. And I think that's on us more so than on the person,
Yeah. And I think when you're looking for partners, it's definitely easier to talk to them and find out like, what their goals and like what they like to do is, and compare that to what you like to do. Because if you guys are similar and like to do kind of the same things, from my experience, it's not going to work out. Just because there's going to be there's going to be something that's lacking all the time in the business. And then you either have to hire that out, or even if you hire that out, the stuff that you guys both like to do, you may end up just butting heads on that. So you're going to have a yin and a yang. Just my experience.
Yeah,
I
was going to say.
I think you have to have like similar levels of experience. It's like, dude, it's so hard to take like a person who's brand new and have them partner with someone who's got experience. And then vice versa. Like, dude, it's hard to partner with somebody if you're freaking, brand new and you're trying to be like, oh yeah, like even bringing on a new partner is hard, but at least like you have mutual respect of like, okay, cool. Like I've never done this, you've never done this either. And then if we both done this, okay, cool. Like I've been able to figure it out on my own and you have too. Right? Like at least that level of experience matching, I think can help a ton.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, like for instance, with me, like and Ian, right? Just for example, like he doesn't flip. He has flipped like one or two, I think he said, maybe like a handful, but he doesn't flip. I flip. I'm up to like around 25 now, and so like I flip. That's great. He doesn't flip. He knows a little bit, but he wants to learn that. I don't do acquisitions. I don't work with VAs and track KPIs and work with like a bunch of these companies and stuff like that. So like that's his specialty and expertise. I don't do that. He's teaching me some of that stuff, and I'm like, dude, yeah, exactly. I felt like that, Ron. Like, I don't want to do this. Like,
Don't teach me any of
but
this. I just want to flip houses.
yeah,
That's you.
yeah, fuck no. Like, this is
Construction
boring.
budgets, subs. There's a
Yeah,
problem with the property. I do that.
yeah, exactly.
You
So
do that nerd stuff, geek.
yeah, so it's like, finding those people to where like we've both been doing this for the last, I've been with Ryan doing flipping and stuff since 2021. So I'm up 3 years now, but my experience level matches Ian's experience level. Just we are completely different in terms of what we do in the field.
It sounds like a good partnership, man. It does. Everyone's
Yeah,
got their expertise.
so far it's working out. So I'll let you know if any hiccups come along.
Yeah, because if you guys each have your own conveyor, like this is what I do in the conveyor belt, you should be able to like crank production. You should be able to like we can go way faster than it will if it's just me. You just give me the houses, I just knock them down. You keep bringing them, I keep locking them down. Jose sells them, whatever it is.
Yeah,
and just crank it.
In the last 3 months, I have been pushed out of my normal comfort zone, which is, not a bad thing, but in a good way, because like normally, especially as a solopreneur, like doing this myself, right? I would get a house, acquire a house, get the crew in there, acquire the money, we flip that property. I would never do no more than like maybe 2 deals at a time because it would make me uncomfortable because I'm doing everything. Now that I'm able to lean on, say, Jose or lean on Ian, and I'm like, shit, we got like 5 private money lenders, like they're lending us money, like we have 3, 4 deals going at a time. So it's pushing me out of my comfort zone to where I would never normally go more than 2 deals at a time.
I'm at 2 flips. I'm kind of like, all right, I'm cool. To go to 3 to 4, you have to have, guess what? Systems, processes, team members.
Yeah.
You need somebody Ian to come help build that out for you. Because how else are you gonna get to like you double, right? It multiplies. It goes from 2 to 4, 4 to 8.
And it's also we're doing different things. I'm fixing and flipping, like, one here. I'll be helping out doing the one in Vegas. We have one that we know now we're getting a midterm rental with the sub 2 deal that, Jose is going to handle. So we're doing multiple things at once because we have different people doing those different things. And that's where I think partnerships really help. And, you go farther together than you do alone.
Yeah. I had a guy that he's a wealthy investor too here in the area. I'm like, dude, I don't have MLS access. I'm not an agent. Sometimes where I get stuck is in the cash or in the offers, comping and all. I get stuck comping. You just tell me a price and I can go lock it up. And I had him like, let's try to see if we can maybe do something together. He lives here in my local area. I'm like, he went to go look at a property at 2 properties. I'm like, look, can you go look at it? And he's like, can I go look at it and see so I can put my rehab together and throw an offer? He went to go look at it, and then I don't know, he thought he did a lot of work when he just go look at it. I mean, obviously driving there. And then one of my buddies shot me a distressed property. I went and I told him, like, hey man, look at this property. What do you think? And I shot some pictures. He didn't do no work. And then I'm like, I can't get a phone number from him. See if you can. I know there's like a website, like on as a real estate agent, like Fort Warren or something like that, a better skip tracing service. I couldn't get a number. I'm like, try to get it on your end because you're a real estate agent. And he never did it. So I go door knock I look at the mailing address. I go door knock it, and I tell I get the property under contract as this novation. And he got really mad at me It's like, dude, why did you get it under contract? I thought we were doing. It's like, dude, I went to go look at it. I told you to give me a number, and the guy was gonna go sell it to somebody else. And yeah, he got really butthurt, and he even started telling me like, dude, I went to go look at those 2 properties and whatnot. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I guess, do you want me to pay you for that? You just went to go look at 2 properties, and yeah, he got really mad. He wanted to rip me a new one. I'm like, dude, calm down, man. Like, I had to put that in the, like, I went to go drive like 15 minutes to go find this seller, the address, and I knocked on it, and I had to pitch the novation, and I had to overcome the objections. I had to do this. And
Yeah,
I
bro.
actually have money to fund the deal. And like, what is it? Like, remind me, what can you do, I guess? And anyways, he was really mad. Like,
What
you
did
have
he
to find the
want?
right one.
What did he wanted to
He wants
split
half the
that?
deal.
Yeah, he wanted half the deal. He's all like, he could do the rehab. What he told me is that when I put under contract, like, well, how much the rehab? I'm like, it's gonna be about 10 or 12. It's like, well, I could have done that, and we could have saved ourselves some money. I'm like, okay, you could have done it for what, like 7? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And then you still want, he was gonna do all the work. I'm like, and then you still want like half of it? Like, I could just pay somebody, and like, anyways, that's what he wanted. He wanted half the deal. He got mad that I put under contract when
Yeah, let
it
him
was
get
just
mad.
and actually my buddy's the one
What are you
that
talking about?
shot me this deal to me. He was like the bird dog, right?
He didn't even find the deal for
You
you?
didn't even find the deal, bro.
Yeah,
this
no, he didn't
dude's
find the deal.
crazy.
He
This
just
dude's
wanted
cra-
he just
He's a
wanted to be
leech.
part of it, half, because I texted him some pictures of the exterior, of how it looked, and then of a little bit of the interior when I kind of walked the property.
Yeah,
And
dude.
yeah, he wanted to have
I
the
mean,
deal.
that's a pretty big sign of like immediately, like that's a guy I wouldn't want to work with.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, and then he told me he went to go look at a house on the Saturday. He started telling me like, dude, you had me working on Saturdays when Saturdays is family time and
It's
all
crazy,
this stuff.
bro. This person's
I'm
crazy,
like,
dog.
dude, what the heck?
It's
Like,
crazy.
you were there already. You live like 10 minutes away from the property. Like, what do you mean? Anyways, but yeah, I just like, okay, dude, I'm not. Maybe I'll wholesale you a deal here and there, but I'm not gonna fix and flip. So yeah, I just turned around.
good call, bro. Don't waste your time with a dude like that. That's
Oh, and then there's a lady
100%.
that she lives in Boise. She's 3 hours away. She flips like tons and tons of homes. She's flipped 30 homes this year. This lady has like, she's done, she knows her shit. I got in contact with her. She was gonna be my end buyer, fix and flipper. She drove like, she flips in an area close to me, like 30 minutes away. She drove 30 minutes away to this flip that I'm doing, this novation, told me everything I should do, walked me through the process. She's like, do this, do this, do this. And she's like, I wouldn't do this. I would just walk me, right? And I'm like, hey, what do I owe you? She's like, oh, nothing. She's like, don't worry. She's like, if you need help, if you want to partner, if you need money, let me know. I'm here to help you. If not, don't worry. I'm more than happy to help you. So, and then she just drove off.
The
She
exact
pulled up like in a-
opposite.
Yeah,
people.
she pulled up
You
like
see
in this
that?
badass Range Rover. I mean, like a just badass looking car. I'm like,
That's awesome.
good looking lady, by the way, too. And I'm like, hey, do I owe
That's who
you
we
anything?
partner with.
You trying to holler,
Yeah.
man.
I'm like, are you sure? She's like, no, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm like, can I take you out to lunch? I mean, or do something? I was like, no, like maybe sometime. But like, don't worry. She's like, do this, do this, do this, and that's it. And I'm like, this lady's pretty cool. She drove 45 minutes, walked me through the property, told me what not to do and what to do, and she didn't charge me. And the other guy wanted half of it just because I showed him some pictures.
And what's he driving?
Oh, he's driving like a 1999 Toyota Tacoma.
What a good story, bro.
That's a great.
Oh,
Dude, this lady, she does a lot.
Do you keep up with her?
Oh yeah, I'm actually just texting her right now on a property there in Boise.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, can you comp this property? And she's like, yeah, I would pay this. I'm like, okay. If I were to get it under contract, would you be open to like JVing with it? She's like, yeah, I'll fund it. I have a crew. I'll do everything, and then we'll split the difference. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go try to lock it up now at that price.
Hell yeah. Good shit,
But
dude.
yeah. Guys, it was a really good call, man. I love
Yeah, I gotta
jumping
go
on these
too.
calls.
yep. Good
But
stuff, y'all.
No, I enjoyed this. It was good catching up with you guys.
Yeah, I
Roham,
really like it.
thank you so much, man. I've learned I learned so much from you too when I was in your accountability there at the Wealthy Investor. I
Oh,
learned a
dude,
lot
always
from you.
happy to help, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm
Okay.
proud of you, bro. You're doing great stuff, man. All of you guys are. Keep it up.
Yep. So gotta go put my kids to bed because it's 8:20 here. I don't know what time you guys have like 7:20.
We're an hour
right?
ahead, yeah. Or
Yeah.
behind, yeah.
Behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta go put my kids to bed and call it a day. My eyes are tired from freaking looking at the screens all day.
You're good, bro. It's good seeing y'all.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
guys.
I'll
Okay.
see y'all next week.
Yep.
See
Thanks,
ya.
man.